Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and enjoy the full video. On Wednesday's episode of the Young and the Restless, Victor Newman grows more suspicious than ever, and it's Carter he's got in his crosshairs. When Chance Chancellor shares conflicting information, Victor starts to wonder if Carter might be more than just a helpful assistant. Maybe he's been programmed to kill. The drama kicks off with Kyle Abbott tracking down Victor to confront him. Kyle makes it crystal clear that he's not falling for the trap Victor set with Audra Charles. Despite Victor's alleged scheme to use Audra as a seductress, Kyle declares that his heart belongs to Claire Newman. And once he's back in Genoa City, he plans to move in with her. Victor doesn't show a hint of remorse and quickly changes gears, heading off to deal with the growing crisis involving Nick and Sharon. Nikki Newman is present for Kyle's fiery confrontation with Victor and is taken aback. Nikki insists she had nothing to do with the plot and is horrified at the idea that Audra was used like that. If the scheme is true, Nikki finds it utterly disgusting. Meanwhile, Victor meets with Chance and reveals that Nick and Sharon are under house arrest. Chance reminds Victor that Kane Ashby has no authority to detain anyone, but he doubts Kane will care what's legal. The conversation then shifts to Carter. Chance explains that while Carter claimed to have been pulled out of bed by security, a groundskeeper says otherwise. Apparently, Carter was already up and actively searching for help with what he called an accident. Victor finds Carter's behavior robotic, emotionless, and precise. That observation leads him to suggest that Carter might have been programmed to kill, helping Kane eliminate enemies without getting his own hands dirty. Elsewhere in the garden, Lily Winters and Audra are rattled when they hear someone lurking nearby. When they investigate, they discover Phyllis Summers hiding in the bushes. Phyllis admits she was eavesdropping, but she defends both Kane and Nick, arguing that neither is capable of cold-blooded murder. Phyllis turns the tables by pointing out that if you spin a story the right way, anyone, even Audra, could look like a suspect. Lily continues to believe Kane is guilty, but Phyllis challenges her to think about whether the father of her children could truly kill Damian Kane. At the same time, Amanda Sinclair catches Kane reviewing security footage and suspects he might be deleting evidence. The tension rises as they accuse each other, with Kane even asking if Amanda would only believe him if he ended up dead. Though Amanda finally admits Nick might not be the real culprit, Kane refuses to let Nick and Sharon go. He sees them as leverage, bargaining chips in his growing feud with Victor over Chancellor. Locked in the attic, Nick and Sharon bond as they dig through old belongings. Sharon finds herself calmer and more focused, even attempting to pick the lock using a piece of a champagne bottle Nick finds. They discover an old photo that hints the estate once belonged to a winemaking family, and that the maze above may have been built over the vineyard. They begin to wonder how Kane came into this property and what his real motives are. But with the door still locked, Nick and Sharon know their only hope is to escape, and fast. Stay tuned, because The Young and the Restless promises even more twists ahead as this mystery unfolds.